how I would actually teach you on Skype. Hey guys, it's Rashad here. This is what happens. People contact me from YouTube, they email me, and they say, hey, I want to listen. What's your prices and stuff like that? What times can you do? And I say, here's my prices, and check out rnbsinginglessons.com, and here's the details. First, just have a look through there, and then let me know what times you want and do the Australia-Sydney time conversion. Now, after we set up a lesson, then we meet up on Skype. So I get your Skype name, or I give you my Skype name, and we hook up on Skype. Oh, but first you pay. So you pay through PayPal. And this is what happens once we meet. Okay, usually if it's the first time, we'll meet and we'll chat. All right, so it'll be like, hey, you know, some people are more chatty than others. Some people are like, hey, I met you on your channel, and you know, I've been watching you for a while, and this and this and this. And some people aren't chatty like that. Some people, it's just like, yep, okay, let's get started or something. So everyone's a bit different. So it's nice. I like everyone's style. Yeah, personally, I'm a pretty chatty guy. So most of my students tend to be like me, and they'll be chatty. So I'm guessing it's the type of people attracted to my channel are the type of people that are maybe a bit similar, not just musically, but maybe personality. And they'll be like, oh, and they'll tell me this story, you know, and that's cool. I love that. How many students have I had in the past year since I started this R&B singing lessons kind of sort of thing? I've probably had about maybe 50 inquiries, and of those inquiries, about 30 have done lessons. Different amounts of lessons. One of my longest guy has done lessons. He's on his like 18th lesson now. That's my longest guy, and that's 18 hours worth of lessons. And anyway, so the rest all mixed. Some of them have done 5 because I had that 5 lesson package thing going, but now I've changed it to just shorter, like 20-minute lessons. I usually end up going over a couple minutes. Anyway, I usually end up going like 5-10 minutes over. But yeah, I changed it up because I want to fit in more students, and I just want to change it up, see what it's like, just do shorter lessons and see how it goes, because sometimes an hour feels very long for me because I have things to do, like other things. I have things I do with my girlfriend. I have my own projects that I work on, like with my music and with my salsa dancing, and just work, and just want free time as well. And when I practice, personally, I only spend 20 minutes at one time practicing, at most. I don't practice more than 20 minutes in one go usually. So I wouldn't expect a beginner student to spend a lot more time than that. Anyway, so what would happen? So I would ask you to sing. All right, so I would say, all right, sing for me. So after we have a little introduction and we chat, or you tell me how you're going. Sometimes we have the introduction every week because someone will be like, oh, I've been doing this week, like with singing, not just personal life, but with singing mainly. And sometimes we go into a little bit personal life. And because, you know, it's kind of friendly. And, you know, there'll be a bit of introduction. So I'll ask the person to sing. And usually this happens all lessons. I'll go to the person and show me where you're at. Even if it's the first time I meet you, or if I've been teaching you for my longest student for about 18 lessons, whatever, I still say, sing for me. Because sometimes people try to describe what's going on with their singing, and they'd be like, oh, I'm not making progress. Oh, I feel like I'm making really good progress here. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, why? Or like, why do you think you're making progress? And why do you think you're not making progress? And I'll get them to explain it. And once they've explained it, I'll say, sing. Okay? So when the person sings, that tells me everything. Sometimes the person's right, they're stuck and they haven't made progress in something. And sometimes they're wrong, what they've thought about themselves, and they'll be, oh, I'm not making progress. And I'll be like, well, you are making progress, because remember how you were there and you were at this speed, and now you're actually at this speed. You're not at the final goal yet, but your speed is actually improved. So sometimes you need the teacher, as a teacher, I'll help the person see the real image. Sometimes you can't see the real image of your progress because it's hard to see because you don't know the signs, especially when you're new. But because I've been seeing the signs of progress in myself and in students that I used to teach in high school for like 8 years or whatever, 10 years, and I'm used to those progress signs. So I'll tell the person how they're actually going, and then I'll tell them how to practice from there. So I get you to sing the song, I'll tell you what's good and bad about it, and then I'll get you to fix it by going over that part of the song, and I'll probably like send you an MP3 of what you should practice with. So whatever the song we end up, oh, by the way, when it's your first lesson or whatever lesson, I usually get you to choose your own song, and I download the song and I break the song up into MP3s for you to practice. So everyone's a bit different how to do their lesson, but this part is the same. You always choose your song. I don't choose for you. I don't think I've ever chosen a song for anyone. I usually make them choose. Okay, it's any song you want. It doesn't have to be like hard out R&B. It's got to be something at least similar, like some type of pop with some elements of R&B, like some vibrato and runs or just pitch. Sometimes pop and R&B, I usually teach both of those. Okay, if it's going to be like hard rock or something, don't come to me, because it's like completely different styling. Okay, but yeah, obviously it's R&B lessons. That's why I call my channel R&B singing lessons. I don't want to get it confused with different styles. That's my focus. It's like R&B, popish sort of thing, right? Romantic, love songs, that kind of mix, that kind of stuff. So once you've told me, so everyone's the same in that way. I get them to sing. So I'll get you to sing for me. And it's your songs that you choose. I usually get the song, or I get you to get the song and get it on Amazing Slowdowner. I usually get you to download Amazing Slowdowner. Some people are slow with technology, or they need more time. So I'll run the Amazing Slowdowner on my end, and then I'll send you the files of like to practice. So if you got a certain section of the song which you're sucking at, I will send that section to you, maybe slowed down or something. Or if you're good with Amazing Slowdowner, you'll already know what to do, and I make you loop those sections and save it and that kind of stuff. So that's exactly what it's like, and that process repeats. So in 20 minutes, so I'm doing 20-minute lessons now, it usually ends up maybe 5 to 10 minutes of chatting, and chatting as in I'm telling you, I'm giving maybe a pep talk as to where you're at, as to your specific need. It's not like the pep talks that I give on YouTube, which are more general, or they might apply to you, the YouTube ones, but this is extra like specific to exactly what you're doing when you're singing and how you're progressing and how you should be progressing. So that'll be like 5 to 10 minutes of that, and 10 minutes or more, 10 to 15 minutes of exercises of the song that you're doing. So I make the song into an exercise. So I get you to sing the song, and then I say, here's the part that you're shit at, and here's how we're gonna make it better. Okay? So it might be a run, it might be a vibrato, it might be you're off key on that part, it might be your pitch is like not stable on that part, maybe you're shaky. It could be your volume is wrong, like there's no variation in your volume. It could be you're pronouncing the words wrong and you need to help with pronunciation. It could be you can't memorize like a section of the song, you're forgetting it, you're forgetting lyrics, you're forgetting the melody, you're off time. It could be whatever it is. We'll work on it in the lesson for that 5 minutes, and then I'll make an MP3 for you to go practice with, and I'll email it to you, and then I correct you. So when we work on it for 5 minutes, this is what I get you to do. I get you to sing that part over and over, and then I keep correcting for you until you get it, because I need to keep, some people don't understand straight away what it is I'm trying to get them to do, what the final result is. So they might not understand this note is off, that timing is off, and I sing it, and sometimes people, they can't hear it immediately. That's the point of the lesson, is so that I can keep making variations in my feedback, as in not speaking feedback, my singing correction to you, until you get it. So I keep changing my correction until you get it right. And then once you get it right, it might take 10 times before you get it right. So I might do 3 variations of the same goal, but it'll take you like 3 goes till you get it right, 10 goes till you get it right. And that's totally normal. And then once you get it right, then I make you repeat it. Because once you get it right, that's the gold, and then you want to make it solid. But before you get it right, you got to keep adjusting. You have to keep listening to me. I'll tell you, change, fix that, fix that. And we'll keep trying until we get you to finally get it. Like hit that note correctly, or hit that group of notes correctly, or whatever it is. Get the pronunciation right. We'll keep doing it until you get it. And once you get it, we'll make it solid with a lot of repetitions. That's what my lessons are like. All my lessons are very different because people come to me with completely different songs. I rarely teach the same song. Like every lesson is unique. Think about it. I've got like, say, I've had maybe 30, 35 students. They all come to me with their own songs, their own passions. And every lesson is unique to that song. Okay? And even within that lesson, within that song, every lesson is unique, as in what we end up practicing, because each person's weakness is unique. Okay? Some people have trouble with the key, some people with runs, some people with vibrato. Everyone's got a different weakness, and I work on that weakness in that lesson. And that's it. Okay? I don't have any set of exercises that are the same for everyone. It doesn't work like, my lessons don't work like that. I don't have like scales that I do with everyone. No. I don't have arpeggios or breathing exercises that I do with everyone. No. I only have a way that I analyze the song or the part of the song you're trying to learn. I see what you're doing wrong and I try to correct you. And those are the things that I correct, like vibrato, runs, high notes, falsetto, cracking when you go from chest to falsetto, pronunciation, all that kind of stuff. I have a way that I teach it, but it always ends up being specific to that song. So I don't go, okay, we're doing vibrato, so, copy. It's not like that. It's like, what is the vibrato in the song? Somewhere. If that's the word in the song, that's what we work on. That exact phrasing, that exact vowel, that exact word, that exact vibrato. If there's like 10 bounces on the vibrato, that's what we do. If there's like 3 bounces, that's what we do. If the bounces sound a certain way, we do that. So it's always specific to the song. There isn't like, here's my set of exercises, blah, blah, blah. I'm making online courses, and they are going to be the same kind of thing. I'm going to use songs to teach you all these elements, vibrato, runs, etc., staying in key, but it's all going to be with real songs. I'm going to teach you with those songs, and then what that's going to teach you is the skill to copy that song that I choose, and then that's going to help you with knowing how to do the songs that you want to do, and it'll develop the skills so that when you go to do the songs that you go to do, they're easier, and you know how to approach them, and you've already developed some of the chops. So you've already developed some runs with the program that I make, so you'll be able to develop your runs. You already have some runs skills developed. So when you go to do your songs, I'm going to be doing all common runs. So your songs probably have the same runs or slight variations. So you'll be able to pick it up easier. But that's my course stuff. That's all stuff that I'm currently working on. Really exciting. It's going to be really good. I'll let you guys know how that's going. Yeah, I've got a few of those coming out. So come do a lesson with me and see what it's like. You know, it's so cheap now. Before I had 5 lessons for 200, or 1 lesson for 50, but now I changed it. It's just a short lesson. It's really cheap. It's only like $25 Australian, so that's about 18, 20 American or something like that. And you just come hang out with me for 20 minutes. We'll chat, and then you just casually, you just say, hey, I want to do another one. Email me, and we'll do another one. And however you want, just keep it really casual like that. I stopped doing the 5 lesson group thing because it got hard managing all the lessons, and you know, we can't always do a lesson every week, so sometimes the lessons stretch out, and I'm trying to manage how many you've done, and it sort of ends up being long like that. It's like a different way, so I want to try it. It's just casual. You just say when you want to do it. You can pay immediately on PayPal, so it's easy. It's not hard. You just let me know. I send you a request and you pay. Like, it's all done in 5 minutes. And then we do a lesson on the time that we book. So try it out. See what it's about. What are you going to lose? 20 minutes, $25 is nothing. Like, it's cheap. It's just the cost of a dinner at a restaurant or a movie and ice cream or whatever. And you get to see what I'm about. There's no guesswork, okay? It's not expensive. It's fun. You know, you get to meet me in person. you get some feedback on your voice, and you just check in with me whenever you want to do more lessons, and I'll help you out. You know, it's no bullshit. There's no like program. It's just one-on-one. You get to see where your voice is at, and I'll help you with different things, and you'll get to learn slowly. There's a lot to learn. It's not simple. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of singing elements, and usually people need to learn a fair few things. So I do recommend you check in regularly, but not as in you need to check in every week. I recommend like you do a lesson, and then I give you something to work on, and then you know how to work on that. You can go work on that for as long as you want. If you're the type that practices really regularly, you might want to check in a week, and then I'll give you something different to do. Or I'll tell you how you're going. I'll say, just keep going. You're good. Like, I gave you the practice technique. Now let's do something different. Let's work on another element because you got that down. Just keep doing that. And then we'll do something different. Or I'll be like, you made mistakes. You weren't practicing it right. Which is rare because I usually cover it before we end the lesson. I make sure the person is practicing right. It's usually more of the lines that, okay, you're practicing, you're good, but you've gotten up to this level, and now let's take it to the next level with the same element. So it's not really that you're doing something wrong, it's really that let's add this to it. Yeah, occasionally, sometimes there's a mistake in something. Yeah, alright guys, rmbsinginglessons.com for the details of my lessons, and that's what a lesson will be like with me. So hopefully one day you try it. If you're one of the people that watch me regularly, try it. Just do one and see what it's like. Okay? See you guys. Bye.